Recently, a huge rumor has surfaced among Taehyung and Jungkook's fans. The reason is that someone claimed to have seen them on a private date at a Japanese restaurant in Jansen. The person who saw them said that although they recognized them, they refused to take a picture. Instead, they gave autographs and said the food was delicious. Now, many others are saying that the date never happened, arguing that there are no photos to prove it. They're questioning the story because Taehyung and Jungkook haven't shown any evidence, such as signatures at the restaurant. These doubters don't understand that Taehyung and Jungkook have always tried to protect their private moments. The fact that they declined photos doesn't mean they were doing anything wrong or that the date was a lie. On the contrary, it means they wanted to enjoy their time together without being bothered. For them, having private space is very important, and their decision not to be photographed is proof of how much they value their relationship. They don't need others to see what they do for their feelings to be real. Their privacy is precious, and they defend it, choosing what to show and what not to show the world. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. There have been other occasions where rumors about them were true, even though no one believed them at first. For example, some time ago, some people said they had seen Taehyung and Jungkook shopping together. Many people didn't believe them because there were no photos or proof to confirm it. But a few days later, Taehyung and Jungkook themselves posted photos of that outing. With that, they showed everyone that the rumor was true and that they decide when the time is right to share something about their lives. Another very clear example was when, in a live stream, they themselves said that they had been training together for almost 4 months. No one knew anything about it until they decided to share it. They didn't say it to impress anyone, but because they felt comfortable sharing it at that moment. This teaches us something very important about how things work for them. They don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. They share information when and how they want. Their relationship doesn't depend on the opinions of others or on constant proof to be valid. So, what's happening now with the supposed date in Jansen is very similar. The people who truly support them know they don't need to see a photo or an autograph to believe in them. Taehyung and Jungkook's story is full of moments like this, where patience is key. They have their own timeline for things, and if they decide it's the right moment, they'll very likely show some proof of that date themselves. They've done it before, and they'll probably do it again. In the end, other people's attempts to create doubt about their love only serve to show that they don't know them well. Taehyung and Jungkook have proven over time that their bond is strong and real, and that they don't need anyone's approval. The best thing to do is wait patiently and trust that, if they deem it necessary, they will silence all the doubters once again, just as they have done on other occasions. During a live stream, Taehyung and Jungkook had an interaction that stood out for its naturalness and closeness. They looked at each other in a way that made it seem as if only the two of them existed in that moment, effortlessly sharing jokes and smiles. That kind of connection is something many people notice because it's not something you see every day. The way they treated each other was like two people who have a great deal of trust, and that was evident in every gesture. It wasn't rehearsed, but a real moment that left a strong impression on those who watched. At one point during the broadcast, Taehyung asked Jungkook if he thought they should do a duet together. Although they said it as if it were a joke, the idea lingered. They are both known for subtly dropping hints about their future projects, almost as if they wanted their fans to guess what's coming. This time, that question could have been one of those hints. The possibility of hearing their voices together on a song is something many have been hoping for, and if a duet is indeed on the way, it would be huge news for everyone. Shortly after, a vlog from Street Seoul discussed BTS's upcoming comeback and mentioned something significant. It stated that V and Jungkook might be ready to release a surprise collaboration single with an internationally renowned artist. This information fueled speculation, because if there's one thing that's certain, it's that they both possess the talent and chemistry necessary for a duet to work perfectly. It wouldn't be just any collaboration, but something that would reflect the connection they share, both on and off stage. Despite how busy they must be preparing BTS's new material, Taehyung and Jungkook always find a way to spend time together. They were spotted having dinner at a restaurant that requires reservations, demonstrating that even with packed schedules, they prioritize each other. These personal moments are important because they show that their relationship extends beyond work. Sharing time like this, in a quiet and private place, says a lot about what they mean to each other. The idea of a duet between Taehyung and Jungkook isn't new, but now it's stronger than ever. If they are indeed preparing something, it will be a special project, because it would not only unite their voices but also their stories. They both have different but complementary styles, and that could result in a unique song. Furthermore, the fact that they're keeping it a secret until the very end only increases the anticipation. We know that when they decide to do something, they do it well, and this time would be no exception. Meanwhile, the wait continues, but with the certainty that what's coming will be big. Taehyung and Jungkook continue working, but they also continue enjoying their time together, balancing their careers and their relationship. For those who follow them, it's exciting to think about what's to come, especially if that long-awaited duet becomes a reality. Whatever happens, we can be sure that they will do it their way, with the quality and affection that characterize them. Currently, Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship is less visible to the public. The times we see them together at events or in official content are less frequent than before. It's important to understand that this lack of constant appearances doesn't mean anything has broken down or that their friendship is weaker. For those who have followed their story for a long time, it's clear that the foundation of their relationship remains strong. Their connection doesn't depend on constantly showing it to the world. Sometimes their closeness is more noticeable, sometimes less, but the bond that unites them never disappears. They're simply at a stage where they don't feel the need to constantly display what they have because the security in their relationship is so strong that it doesn't need constant validation from others. Over the years, Taehyung and Jungkook have shared countless gestures and moments that demonstrate a very high level of trust and comfort. These aren't calculated or staged actions for the camera, but rather natural interactions between them. The way they support each other, their ease in making each other laugh, and how they understand each other without needing to speak are clear proof of their special connection. These past interactions are a testament to a relationship built over time, based on respect and genuine affection. The absence of new public moments doesn't erase all they've already demonstrated. On the contrary, the strength of their relationship lies in the fact that it doesn't need daily confirmation to remain powerful. What they built in the past is the solid foundation that sustains them today, even in silence. Meanwhile, life goes on for both of them. Each is focused on their own work and personal projects, growing and learning as artists. This time dedicated to their individual paths is a natural part of life and doesn't represent a distancing between them. In fact, it's a stage of growth that, sooner or later, will be reflected in their work together. Those who follow them wait patiently, certain that when they decide to share something together again, it will be something big and of high quality. The possibility of them finally releasing a duet is one of their greatest hopes, because it would mean the union of their talents and all the chemistry they share. Whatever happens, we can be sure they'll do it their way, with the professionalism and affection that have always characterized everything they do. Although they're more reserved now, signs occasionally emerge that reinforce what many already know: Taehyung and Jungkook are still connected. A closeness remains between them, and they continue to share important moments, even if it's private and the world can't see them directly. Their way of expressing their friendship has changed, it's become more discreet, but for those who pay attention, the message is clear. They've learned to protect their relationship, giving it a more intimate and personal space, but without losing the thread that binds them. This new way of acting demonstrates maturity and greater confidence in their feelings because they don't need external approval to validate their bond. The connection is still there, it's just expressed differently. It's crucial to understand that the way they communicate their relationship has evolved. This isn't forced, planned, or exaggerated. On the contrary, It's a natural development that stems from the trust and time they've shared. The scenes we witnessed in the past were an authentic reflection of their interaction, and their current discretion is as well. Both are valid stages in the same relationship. They've chosen to manage their friendship more privately, selecting what to share and what to keep to themselves. It's a mature decision that demonstrates the value they place on their personal space. This evolution doesn't weaken their relationship, rather, it strengthens it, allowing them to grow both individually and together in a more protected environment.